Well, I think it's critically important that the U.S. Be on a fiscally sustainable path. And President Biden has put forward a series of budget proposals, most
Spending
recently,
proposals.
No, and also tax proposals and investment proposals that would, I believe, guarantee that we are on a fiscally sustainable path.
Has Treasury, including FinCEN or federal banking agencies like the Fed, FDIC, OCC, instructed financial institutions to search Americans' legal transactions in attempts to surveil their purchases?
Well, we received a letter from you, I believe, on this topic, and we intend to investigate fully and to respond.
Have you instructed banks and financial institutions to provide this information?
Well, FinCEN's job is to work with financial institutions to make sure.
Are they instructing, ma'am, financial institutions to search Americans' legal transactions in attempts to surveil their purchases?
I promise a thorough look into everything.
Well, this is really
occurred.
concerning.
Why do we want to, is there a national purpose in encouraging Americans to invest in Chinese equities that you're aware of? Because I'm not.
Well, I mean, in general, I think the view has been that both inward and outward investment are economically beneficial. There's certainly
I'll want to move on to another issue, but encouraging the building of the Chinese economy is not thought by most members of Congress to be a good use of federal funds.
Let me just ask this question. How does walling off portions of the airport to house unvetted illegal foreign nationals, which passengers in America have to walk beside? These are unvetted illegal foreign nationals. How does that promote safety or utility or efficiency in these airports?
I think you're out of my area of expertise. I'm not familiar with that circumstance.
I think that answers the question.
Yesterday, the White House Office of Management and Budget said that the president would veto a standalone Israel aid package coming out of the House. Is that still the case?
Yeah, that's still the case. For example, when we walked in, the president wanted to make sure that the White House used the full force of the federal government to deal with racial equity, to deal with racial justice. He signed an executive order to make sure that the agencies within the federal government, as they move forward with policy, had equity at the center of it. And so that is really important, too. And under this president, we've seen 2.6 million more Black Americans have jobs. That's because there is make sure there's equity at the center of all the policies, again, economic policies.